Welcome back to Dirty Welds Done Dirt Cheap. Today, I'm going to give you just a couple of quick tips. This isn't over anything specific. It's going to be an array of topics. So, number one, positioning on your welds is everything. It's going to be really hard to dig your elbow into a hard surface and support your welding arm without this. Go to Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever dollar store is in your area, Harbor Freight. Get you one of these $1 elbow pads. The reason why you want that, I'll show you over here, is because when you get into your welding position, you got your stinger out, you're ready to go. You want to take that arm, put it down, get up there in position, follow along. This will slide with you. It's easy to move with. So you get on an angle up in the groove you like, you start pulling, and that thing will go with you. And if you've ever tried to do this without this right here is hard. It doesn't feel good. Part of the reason why people screw up when they're doing welding is because they try to get the elbow in a position that it doesn't hurt, where it's not grinding into your elbow. Get yourself a pad. It's only $1. Slide it on, slide it off. Get in there. That slides right with you. Support. You gotta be steady. Can't be steady if this arm's moving because it's hurting. Another thing is, you can roll this, so if you need to be over here and then go up here, see, you can go back. You can move around. If you got to do something that's circular, you can spin around on that pad. It doesn't hurt a bit. Keeps you steady. Positioning is everything. So, number one, buy one of these cheap elbow pads, slap it on. It takes 2 seconds to throw it on and throw it back off. That's number one. First tip, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to be in position. Number two, welding tip number two, restarts. Now, I've already ground this one down, but I'm going to show you what I did. Did some welding, finished with it, came over here to the grinder, took this off like this. Now I'm ready to go. Welding rod doesn't want to do nothing but make a connection. Grind the tip off of it. You can restart that rod just as easy, and sometimes easier than your first strike. So that's the easiest way to do a restart. Now, you know, it's easier if you're in a hurry to just smack it till you break the flux off. But when you do that and you crack the flux, you end up with flux that's like a ½ inch up off the end, and that's going to give you porosity. It's going to give you a cold start. It's going to give you a lot of problems. You want to keep that flux as close to the end as possible. So if you value your restarts, then just go ahead and grind that tip off and you'll get a nice restart without a bunch of cracked flux. That's number two. All right, tip number three is about 7018. 7018 is not a hard rod to run if you know how, but it gives a lot of newer people a lot of problems. And I'm going to go ahead and show you why they have problems with 7018. This is Excalibur 7018 H4R, one of the better rods out there, if not the best, depends on who you talk to and what they're doing. Now, 7018 is pretty notorious for cold starts, and the way you're going to get around the cold starts on the 7018 is you're going to, let's say you want to start here on your weld. Okay, so this is where you want your weld to start, and it's going to travel this way. Okay, so if I want to start here and I want to weld this way, I want to start my welding rod up. I want to strike it up going in this direction. So strike, let it start burning, come back, touch it, and start. Okay, This has to have a little bit of heat in it, or if you cold start this rod, it's going to have porosity very badly. That's just a 7018 thing. So you want some heat in this rod. You want to strike, move forward, back up, and then take off. So you want to do this fairly quickly. About the speed you want to do it is going to be, okay, you just want to light it and bring it back. So light, bring back. So you're going to be long arcing back, okay? So you're going to strike, long arc, come back, touch down, take off. Okay, so like that. That's going to keep you from having porosity with the 7018s. They're very bad about it. They all do it, doesn't matter what brand it is. And that's going to keep you from getting porosity with your starts on your 7018. You got to have heat in the rod or it will start with porosity. That's just the way they work. So that is tip number 3. Tip number 4 is for undercut. Now you can only blame going too fast and not filling so much, because here's the thing. Undercut and underfill are actually two different things. You know, a lot of people confuse the two. If you're underfilling, you're going too fast. But if you're undercutting, your angle is incorrect. So they look the same, but if you've slowed down to the point to where you're almost globbing up and you're still getting undercut, guess what? Your angle isn't correct. You're not underfilling anymore. And a lot of people really do make that mistake. So if you're going too fast, you're underfilling. But if your angle's not right, you're undercutting. So when you go in to do this, if you're going in right here and you're staying true to this joint at this angle and you're getting undercut and you know you're going fast enough to fill it but not too fast, then here's what you do. Come in at this angle. Aim that force upwards towards this wall, because here's the thing. This is going to naturally go in toward the bottom, okay? It's going to naturally fall to the bottom. That's what gravity does. So don't worry about getting the bottom. You'll get it. So what you need to do is, if you're getting undercut on this wall, come off of this 45 degrees and come down. Aim it a little bit more toward the wall. Stay steady and go down through there. You won't have undercut anymore, because you're going to be filling it and you're going to be directing your arc force toward the wall. So that's going to fill up that wall, and I guarantee it'll come out nice as can be. You'll get rid of your undercut, and as long as you're going the right speed, you'll fill it up properly. There won't be underfill, and at that angle there won't be undercut. So all you guys that are directing into the joint at the proper angle, because this is the correct angle, but gravity has something to say about it. This is only the correct angle if it's this, okay? So check this out. It's only correct to be in the center of this if you're doing like a 1G, 1F, okay? If this thing is aimed on its side, you have no choice but to accommodate for what the gravity is going to do. And that's how you're going to eliminate undercut. You eliminate your underfill by your speed, eliminate your undercut by your angle. So give that a try if you're having issues with it. That's tip number 4. Alright guys, that's it for this time. If you got any questions, you know what to do. Put them down below. I'll do my best to answer. Next time, we'll get into some TIG. Appreciate it. Thanks.